Inc. Welcome to video. Welcome to the show. You guys are doing well because they're having a wonderful day. Welcome back to the tower. We'll be playing today. We have a couple of videos to do. We finished working. We went to work, which felt amazing, and that's pretty much it. So you're gonna hear me talk because we're gonna be tasting a different kind, some different food, which is always a nice time, always a good time, and that is pretty much it. So without further ado, let's start with the Shield playthrough. We're gonna be talking about it again. Don't blink, it's your blink. Welcome to the show. Because the guys are doing well. They're having a wonderful day on this. Uh, on this 15 December 2024. We just finished working, which was phenomenal because I don't work a lot, but this morning was snow. Now, I would have loved to film. It's a shame because I would have loved to film videos in the snow, but I was working, so yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, now I'm gonna do the third playthrough, which is the sword at 18%. Holy shit, that's not good. Somebody didn't charge his phone, as always. Okay. I'm gonna be doing this, right? I'm gonna be doing this, right? I'm gonna be doing this, right? Kind of cold, but not too cold. And I'm gonna take you. Don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to the show. It's the guys are doing well. They're having a wonderful day on this 15 December 2024. Today's we're gonna do a nature corner. I'm gonna be talking outside. It's really nice. It's a freaking shame because this morning, right? You guys know that my new job is shoveling snow. This morning I had the perfect nature corn to do videos, nice snow in the background. Sadly, I was at work, so we couldn't do it. Now we're doing the same thing, but now it's raining because it's warm enough to be raining. So I got a couple of food to review. I got a couple of food to test, and that is pretty much it on the test. Yeah. Ooh. There you go. Let's go, baby. Let's go. What? I only missed my monster. Monster, how do I feel? Pictures right here. Looking through the window, buzzing. How can I feel? Let's go. We'll do garden. Okay. Salut, c'est Don Chaming. J'espère que tu vas bien faire une belle journée en ce 15 décembre 2024. On fait une petite partie de Tower, on filme la nature. Il fait beau, c'est pas super beau, mais il fait quand même beau, assez pour qu'on dise hey, ça vaut-tu la peine qu'on filme dehors? Oui, ça vaut la peine parce qu'il pleut maintenant. Aujourd'hui, on fait une dégustation de bouffe, on fait une dégustation d'une boisson énergisante. Je suis quand même contente parce que c'est une que j'ai goûtée juste une fois en anglais. Je suis quand même content parce que c'est une qu'on a commencé à boire pendant. Techniquement, c'est ma deuxième canne maintenant, c'est ma deuxième canne. C'est que pourquoi c'est cool? Parce que je suis comme. Je connais le produit, mais pas assez pour dire ouais, je sais exactement que ça va goûter avant que j'y goûte. C'est une boisson énergisante bang que je bois pas souvent. Je parle souvent de Monster, je parle souvent de Red Bull, je parle souvent de Full Throttle, je parle souvent de Celsius, de Reign. Il me manque une. Je parle souvent de Monster. Comment j'ai pu oublier Monster? Fait que ben, je parle pas souvent. Parce que c'est pas souvent. Là, c'est plus, là, je te dirais, quand je fais des. Quand je vais au dépanneur. Je veux pas de dépanneur parce que c'est plus cher. Fait qu'aujourd'hui, on boit pêche et mangue. Maintenant, qu'est-ce qui est vraiment cool, c'est que. Il y a tout Internet. Il y a tout sur YouTube, il y a tout. Sur TikTok, il y a de tout. Il y a de tout. En veux-tu, il y en a. Puis j'ai carrément vu une vidéo. Puis dans la vidéo, le gars il parlait de hey, oh, guess what? J'ai fait une erreur ici. J'ai fait une erreur. Là, c'est bon, je pense que j'ai fait une erreur. Oh shit. Oh, je l'ai eu. Oh yes, ok, parfait. Je m'excuse. Je joue au The Tower. À la tour. Fait quoi? Fait que j'ai vu une vidéo qui disait, hey, ça, c'est qu'est-ce que les boissons énergentes qui ont été annoncées d'être retirées du marché en 2025 pour être replacées. Puis la boisson pêche et mangue en fait partie. Quand tu vois le design, c'est le classique B. Quand tu vois la description, c'est la classique, même chose que toutes les autres. Ça me dérange un petit peu. Mais qu'est-ce qui est vraiment cool, c'est que t'as des belles couleurs. Fait que la saveur, c'est pêche et mangue. Maintenant, moi, j'aurais préféré différentes teintes de orange versus ton vert, parce que ton vert, il n'y a pas vraiment un rapport. Donne-moi une canne qui a la couleur du fruit à laquelle la saveur est. Juste parce que. Fait que je suis quand même content de goûter à ça. Là, j'ai 15 points de batterie. Je suis quand même un petit peu dans la merde, mais bon. Fait quoi? Je l'aurais bu avant de travailler, mais j'avais pas tensionné avant de travailler. Je me suis dit, fuck it, on va en virer un petit peu, tu sais. Fait que sans plus attendre, on a la pêche et mangue, bang. L'odeur est incroyable. Je dirais beaucoup plus pêche que mangue. Beaucoup plus. Mais froid en maudit. Ça doit être du frigo, ça. Incroyable. Je dirais parce que la mangue, la mauvaise n'est pas mangée tant que ça. C'est pas un produit qui grandit ici. Mais qu'est-ce qui est vraiment cool, c'est que t'as une espèce de goût de pêche qui est assez prononcé. Comme, je sais pas si vous vous rappelez le yogourt aux pêches. Il y a des morceaux de pêche là-dedans. Fait que tu goûtes à. Je sais pas si des pêches confites. Je sais pas si des pêches un peu sucrées, ça goûte un peu ça. Mais qu'est-ce qui est vraiment cool, puis ça, encore une fois, je dis ça positivement et non négativement. S'il vous plaît, comprenez ça. Qu'est-ce qui est vraiment cool, c'est que j'ai souvent référé aux choses de pêche, des choses sucrées de pêche. J'ai souvent référé ça à des anneaux de pêche. Tu sais, des bonbons d'anneaux de pêche, là? Des jujubes, ça coûte souvent ça. Là, ça coûte c'est plus fruité que jujubes. Le goût de pêche, il est pas souvent, il est pas vraiment présent. Tu le sais qu'il est là, mais il est pas vraiment présent. Ce qui est vraiment cool, c'est que quand j'étais bébé, ma mère m'a donné beaucoup trop de mangue. Maman, t'as abusé, maman. T'as abusé, man. Fait que j'aimais pas la mangue. Fait que le fait que j'ai goûté à la mangue récemment en jus pur et en jus seulement mangue. Puis après ça, j'ai bu récemment, plus récemment, un jus mangue et canneberge. Fait que je réapprends un petit peu le goût de la mangue. Puis c'est deux expériences, si vous voulez, qui sont des boissons, des beverages, des breuvages. Pardon, en anglais, je m'excuse. Fait que c'est quand même cool de voir ça. Maintenant, la mangue en tant que telle, je trouve qu'elle goûte bon. Mais la mangue en tant que telle, c'est drôle parce qu'elle marche bien avec certains fruits. Par exemple, la pêche. Parce que la pêche, c'est un petit peu sucré, surette. C'est plus surette que sucré. Si tu prends une pêche blanche, c'est plus surette que sucré. Si tu prends une mangue, à tuffeau, tu prends une mangue qui est un peu plus surette que sucrée. Il n'y a pas de spécification sur laquelle sorte de mangue c'est. Est-ce que c'est un problème? Non. Que j'aurais aimé ça? Oui. Il y a une très bonne harmonie. Malheureusement, hein, c'est deux fruits qui ont sensiblement un même goût. Sensiblement, deux fruits qui ont quand même une chair assez similaire. Fait que oui, il y a une bonne harmonie, mais il n'y a pas de démarcation des deux fruits. Fait que si tu fais pas attention, ben, tu te dis, ouais, mais ça goûte la pêche, oh, ça goûte la mangue. Puis ton cerveau, il va te dire, bon, mais tu préfères la pêche, fait que tu dis, c'est la pêche, tu préfères la mangue, tu préfères la mangue. Moi, techniquement, je préfère la pêche, mais je suis pas partial à la pêche. Je suis pas, oh mon dieu, mon fruit préféré, c'est la pêche. Pensant à mon fruit préféré, c'est du melon miel. Ouais. Je trouve la meilleure affaire qui a été mise au monde. Puis voilà ça, fait que sur ça, moi, je vous laisse. Un bon petit drink. C'est mon préféré? Non. Mais, c'est mon préféré, mais je dirais à dire que c'est vraiment mon boisson énergente à la pêche que je préfère. Je fais que tu vas avoir pêche. Oh! Fuck. Pardon. Je sais pas, parce que le peach skin est vraiment bon. Peach skin est vraiment bon. T'as le Storm, le règne qui est à la mangue et à la nectarine, qui est incroyable. Fait que ouais, la question de pêche est vraiment bon, de façon énergente. C'est mon produit. Fait que sur ça, je vous laisse passer une belle soirée, une belle journée. Ciao! Don't blink to buying. Welcome to another show. Welcome to another show. Welcome to another show. You know what? We're gonna be redoing the intro. I'm in a really good mood today. We had work. Kind of disappointed because we had the perfect weather. I could have filmed outside, and you could really see the fat snowflakes. So I think it would have been good that I was working, but I couldn't film because, well, because so the thing is, today we're reviewing, and I had a message from a guy, a new person in my life, a new friend, Toxic Monkey, and he says that he likes the he said that he likes, we're gonna be tasting Oreo today, right? So if you're there for the Oreo steak, it's gonna be a little intro, but they're gonna get into the subject right away, I promise. And he's kind of new to the channel. He's been there for a month, I think, and he said that he loved the intro. And yesterday I did a video celebrating 500 followers. So thank you once again for the 500 followers. And he said that he likes the intro a lot. So we're gonna redo the intro. Now, why am I redoing the intro? Is it for Toxic Monkey? You could say that, but you could also say that by doing a video where I was talking about how important each and every one of them, of the followers, are important, but more so the people that could put a name on, a face on. See, people that I can 500 is like a crowd, absolutely like a crowd, and then you realize that in the crowd there's a couple people that you know, right? So you wanted the intro. I'm gonna either in this interpretation of the intro, I'm either gonna massacre the intro. I'm gonna Texas massacre, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre is this intro, or I'm just gonna art the clown it. So don't blink if you're buying. We're gonna make it as we do when we do a video. I'm gonna be filming today one of my favorite freaking thing, which is Oreo cinnamon. I haven't had these, I swear to God, in about 2 years. I wasn't even tasting food back then. So the reason why I love those is because for some reason there was a moment of time. Don't ask me why, don't ask me how, don't ask me the reason. Give me a reason to run and hide. Feel good today we work, so feels really good. So you see, okay, 4'11" rats gave me a follow. Nice, thank you, dude. So Oreo, for a certain amount of time, they start adding a lot of new flavor. So for years and years, they only had the original. They had the original and they had the golden one. I'm calling them the white one. I mean, this is white because the other one is black, and I find it a better color than just, because right now they say golden, and I just find it's a weird color to have golden, right? So they started releasing a lot of flavors. We had cheesecake, which was really good. We had peanut butter cake, peanut butter pie, which was really nice. We had birthday cake, which was really good, but a bit too much on the cream, right? And then you had I'm trying to figure out. You have mint for sure. Okay, that's mint. You have the carrot cake. I remember carrot cake. But the one I remember the most is cinnamon bun, right? Now these why the cinnamon bun is special, very special, is back then we're talking about I want to say early 2014, 2015. I was trying to lose weight. This was my cheat meal. A bag of Oreo and a bag of chip was my cheat meal every 2 weeks. I was obsessed with Rich Piana. I was obsessed with the series Big About a Day. You can still find it on YouTube. It's still for free. Rest in peace, Rich. You transform a generation, and I'm grateful for you. And we had a girlfriend, and she was talking about how her favorite Ben and Jerry was cinnamon, right? And I was like, wow, cinnamon sounds good. And the funny thing is, as a kid, cinnamon was very holiday, very festive. So when it was at Christmas time, we would have it, and it was really nice. But as a whole, I wasn't a fanatic of cinnamon. I wasn't like, oh my god, I need to get my hands on it. But at the same time, it felt nice. It tasted good, so I was like, okay, happy. And then we had the Ben and Jerry cinnamon, right? And it was the only brand that was says. There was two brands. Rich was more of a coffee, Ben and Jerry, and Sarah was more cinnamon. I couldn't find the coffee and I couldn't find cinnamon, but I did find a cinnamon Oreo. So let's whore ourselves out. Oreo whore. A little bit of a massacre. Ooh, that's nice. Okay. Cool. Cool. Now, if I remember correctly, these are kind of special. So I'm gonna be quite honest and say I do prefer the golden. I do prefer the golden Oreos. I don't know why. I was never a fan of chocolate. Like, I don't like chocolate cake. I don't like a chocolate Oreo. I would prefer vanilla. I don't know why. I think maybe the chocolate is overpowering. Maybe I'm a guy that's more like nature. So, for example, one of my favorite cakes is an angel cake. An angel cake is a vanilla cake without vanilla, precisely. So we have these. So what I'm gonna do is I could meme the shit out of it, right? And that's what I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna meme the shit out of it. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna take three way. The first one is gonna be to eat it all together, right? So let's fucking go. It smells like cinnamon, which is nice. Oh wow. Oh wow. Okay. So oh wow. That's amazing. The first thing you taste is the cookie. And the cookie it's really nice, normal golden brown Oreo, but there's some cinnamon in it, and they get the frosting inside. It's a bit different from the frosting, but it does really taste like a cinnamon. It tastes like a cinnamon, but it's more like a cookie. It's more crunchy. It's more pleasant in the mouth, which we're gonna take, which is great. Now what we're gonna do is there's this ad, right? So the Oreos core ads for years and years have been how do you eat your Oreo? Do you dunk it? Do you spread it? What do you do with it, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the second way that we're eating it, right? And I'm not even gonna tell you the way I usually eat it. So open it. Oh. A bit too much. It's phenomenal. The filling is a bit too sweet. I wouldn't have it on my own. And the cookie is a bit bland. But they're both nice components. You see, the cream inside, if it was a little bit less sweet, I'm like, oh, this is really solid filling. And the cookie, I would have preferred it a little bit tastier. The problem with cinnamon is it's actually very powerful. So we got cardamom, we got cinnamon, we got ginger, we got there's another one. Well, I don't know. I'm gonna think about it after. But those are very powering ingredients, right? And if you put if you put too much of it, it's not good. So yeah. So you want more tasty cookies, but you don't want it. Now the third place that we use. Usually people will dunk it, but people forget about these. I'm gonna tell you the way I wasn't gonna, but again, new year, new me. There's like what 2 weeks to the year, so let's be generous and let's be kind. What I like to do, which is I thought I was special for it, but apparently it's very popular in Guatemala. Who would have guessed? You take the two cookies, right, and you put it beneath, right? That way, it gives you like a nice little pie. Give you like a pie with a multiple layer. Oh yeah. This is the way to eat Oreo. And it's so fucking nice. Because you're getting the cookie. It's a lot more powerful, and it's funny because in this way it's still the same quantity, but it does put emphasis on the cookies itself. Because you're tasting the cookies and like, wow, it's actually pretty cool. And they're really nice. There's nothing negative about it, to be honest. They're pretty fucking good. If you like cinnamon, this is gonna be one of your favorite. It's really loyal to the original taste, to the original idea, to the original concept. This is pretty good, and that's about it. So I love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Now I'm gonna go inside and charge this. Jamais je vais die, no. Toujours je fight. Don't blink at your butt. Welcome to the Papa Letter Show. Guys, we're doing well. We're having a wonderful day on this 16 December 2024. They were doing a very special test. When it comes to product, right? What I really there's like a when it comes to product, there's like a how can I say that? There's a pecking order, right? When it comes to trying out food, I would love the new product because it's like, holy shit, maybe I'm the first one, it's exciting. Or just that it's something new, and most of the time the new thing won't last. So it's kind of like limited edition. My second one is limited edition, and the third one is a product that I never tasted. I rather taste a product that I already tasted in this limited edition than not. So I present to you the Pringles Mingles white cheddar and I don't know what that is. Ranch. Now you can see the little new here, my little body, and the Pringle Red Mingles. It's a play on word for the single ready to mingle, or single like a Pringle. It's cool because they're hyper aware of that. So I never had these. They look amazing. I saw them. I wasn't gonna buy them because I was like, oh, I have to be healthy. But I was like, fuck you, it's holidays. So sharp white cheddar and ranch. I actually love the how can I say that? The design is kind of simple. You're seeing in splashes of ranch cream. You're seeing cheese. You're seeing this, right? You put in an effort to presentation, and we're gonna be. You put in an effort. We're gonna put in an effort to be appreciative. We have two flavors, right? We have the actual size, right? What the next one says? One bow tie. It's high. A delicious, flavorful new snack from Pringles. A bow tie, because the guy wears a bow tie. The Pringle is the bow tie of this guy, so kind of cool. We're seeing a really nice sunset. Not really nice. For some reason, I feel like the sunrise are more beautiful than the sunset from my balcony. The bow tie. Wow. Okay. Ooh. Okay. This is so fucking weird. These are so weird. They're great though. I'm sorry. Moi, je suis pas moment. Ah, vous avez fait that. They're really nice. The reason why I'm saying it's super weird, first of all, let's take away the weird part. That way we can focus on the positive after. They're addictive as fuck. They're good though. See? Kind of very, very unique texture where they're puffy as fuck. But still crunchy. I wouldn't call them puff. I wouldn't call them puff. The size is really nice. My size, you get the whole experience. National puff is weird because the puffiness is coming from the corn. Because corn once popped, it's very puffy. So it's weird coming from a potato, but then again, you have potato soup, potato cream. There's a possibility for that. Really nice. I'm sorry, guys. Those are addictive. Holy. Just in a really weird way, they're, you know what? It's nice. It's weird but nice because the weirdness also is there is a puff. I know there's a puff. I'm tasting the texture of the puff. I'm tasting a little bit of the puff, but the over taste, which is the cheddar, the white cheddar, and the ranch sauce, are super overpowering. There's this weird sense of there's almost it does feel a little bit like sour cream and onions for some reason. When you eat it, your first thought is not, oh, it's white cheddar. It does taste like white cheddar, but it's more so, oh, it's the sour cream and onion for me. And the veggie is super nice, and yeah, it's very good. Like the bite size, like the crunchiness, like the physical aspect of it. They're very unique. But I'm in a position where I'm like, okay, I like them, but would I buy them again and again and again and again? And the answer is I don't know. The answer is I don't know. Which is a weird thing, but at the same time it's really good. So, hell yeah. And yeah, that's my review for the Pringle Mingles. On that note, I love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. My apologies, disgusting. Salut, c'est toi Janine, j'espère que j'en ai passé une belle soirée en ce 15 décembre 2024. Il fait très beau dehors. Un peu froid, mais le fun. On a travaillé, on mérite une récompense, puis on mérite une récompense que j'ai acheté j'achète toujours en bulk. J'ai acheté le produit suivant. C'est des Oreos. On a pas fait de. Ah shit. On a fait de thumbnail. Shit. Let's go this. No. There you go. I think that's good. I think that's fine. I think that's different. I mean, it tastes different. It's nice. So I'm super happy that we're to be tasting. Kind of spoiled it. The Oreo, the cinnamon on Oreo. Moi je suis fatigué ici. Il m'a appelé à 6h du matin pour dire hey, il est en travailler. Je suis fucking fatigué. Un peu de café. Puis on dit, il m'a appelé à 6h, il m'a dit bien travailler. Donc une fois, mentalement présent, pas mentalement présent, sauf qu'il faut qu'on fasse la bouffe, il faut qu'on mange, il faut qu'on teste la bouffe. On va goûter au Oreo, à la brioche à la cannelle sont incroyables. Ces Oreos-là, c'est quelque chose que j'adore, mais qui est une histoire pour moi qui est importante. Je sais pas pourquoi, il y a quelques années, surtout quand j'ai commencé à l'appartement, quand je commencé à l'appartement, je faisais manger qu'est-ce que je voulais. J'ai commencé à voir que Oreo faisait beaucoup de tests. Oreo, pendant les autres années, ça a été le Oreo doré, ça a été le Oreo normal. Ils ont commencé à sortir des multiples sortes. Ils ont sorti gâteau à la carotte, ils ont sorti menthe, ils ont sorti chocolat, ils ont sorti tarte au beurre de pinot. Je m'excuse, ils ont sorti. Je m'excuse. Gâteau fromage. Ils ont sorti brioche à la cannelle. Là, la brioche à la cannelle, j'en ai pas mangé beaucoup quand j'étais petit. C'est un produit qui était extrêmement sucré. Mais j'en ai mangé. Est-ce que j'aimais ça? L'affaire qui arrive, c'est que j'aimais pas assez ça pour. C'était bon. Mais j'aimais pas assez ça pour dire, hey, ça me manque, j'en ai envie, tu comprends? Quand j'en avais, j'étais comme, wow, ça c'est une belle surprise. Mais sinon, j'étais comme, ok, il n'y a pas de problème. Fait que des brioches à la cannelle, des Oreos, je me rappelle en manger beaucoup. En des petits tests, on va faire un petit. Une petite parodie. Pendant de nombreuses années, Oreo dit, hey, comment tu manges tes Oreo? C'est ça leur slogan. Comment je mange tes Oreo? Comment tu manges tes Oreo? On va leur montrer comment on mange les Oreos. La façon va être comme ça. Ça va être vraiment la façon originale. Oreo, c'est vraiment. Vraiment un de mes biscuits préférés. Mais vraiment, tu vois, je te dirais que le petit chocolat, j'aime ça, mais il faut que ça soit fait maison. Il faut que ça soit fait à sort du four. J'ai pas des biscuits secs de zéro chocolat. Oreo, c'est incroyable. Le goût ici est vraiment bon. Tu peux voir que le fondant, c'est vraiment un fondant pour la cannelle. Il y a un petit goût dedans. Les biscuits sont incroyables. Les biscuits, c'est vraiment des Oreos dorés. Mais qui concerne la cannelle, c'était une belle mixture des deux. Maintenant, la façon numéro 2 qu'on mange, qui est un peu plus le fun. C'est bord, tu manges la crème. Good. Oh! Ok, sucré. Vraiment sucré. Pas mauvais. T'as vu vraiment le topping de. Pas l'espèce de crème, si vous voulez. C'est vraiment bon. Puis les biscuits. Incroyable. Mais c'est bon, man. Ah, c'est bon. Ah, c'est bon. Pas comparativement, j'ai beaucoup fait ça avec les Oreos. Techniquement, c'est deux composants. Le biscuit est fondant. Le fondant pour le cannelle, c'est vraiment bon. Ici, c'est pas super parce que le fondant est un peu trop sucré. Les biscuits à l'intérieur sont délicieux. Ça goûte le toaster strudel, ça goûte le snickerdoodle, pardon. Qui est une espèce de biscuit à la cannelle. C'est vraiment ça. Ça goûte bon. Est-ce qu'ensemble, ça fait l'effet de livrer la cannelle? Je pense que ton cerveau est beaucoup là-dedans. Je pense que la saveur est très similaire. Je pense que ta tête, t'as quelque chose qui est comme, hey, mais regarde, on mange des Oreos à la brioche à cannelle. C'est assez similaire pour que ton cerveau dise, ok, ça fait du sens. Mais je sais pas si quelqu'un aurait jamais mangé des brioches à cannelle, il mangerait ça. Il aurait l'air de dire, ok, oui, je comprends ce que tu veux dire ici. C'est bon, mais sans plus. Avant de manger, qui est très populaire au Guatemala pour une raison X. Puis je suis sérieux. De toute façon, on va essayer de le séparer comme il faut, là. C'est ça. Ok. Fait que là, qu'est-ce que tu vas faire? C'est que. Ah, pas super, mon ing, pas super. Tu mets tout ton fondant sur le dessus. Ok. Au-dessus. Tu mets ton biscuit en dessous. Puis comme ça, t'as une espèce de tarte au Oreo. Oh. C'est de la façon. Là, c'est bon. Oui, le fondant est sucré, mais pas trop. T'as le fondant toujours aussi sucré. C'est juste la façon que tu le manges. C'est la texture aussi. Le biscuit à la femme goûte beaucoup plus que normalement. Le fondant est sucré, mais ça goûte un peu moins. C'est vraiment deux différents. Pas ingrédients, mais partie du biscuit. C'est vraiment bon. Sincèrement, là, j'en achèterai encore. C'est vraiment un chic produit. Maintenant, pourquoi c'est important pour moi? Quand je passais à l'appartement, c'était en 2013. Techniquement, quand je passais à l'appartement, c'était 2012, octobre 2012. Techniquement. Je m'excuse. Puis, je sais pas pourquoi, j'ai commencé à faire beaucoup de sortes Oreo. Je l'ai fait un petit peu. Quand j'ai commencé à l'appartement, c'est vraiment simple comme histoire. Là. Pas de télévision, pas de Wi-Fi, mais des affaires pour t'entraîner à pu finir. J'avais un gym à la maison, j'ai toujours un gym. Je vais vous montrer un de ces jours. Puis, ce qui est vraiment cool avec ça, c'est que je me suis forcé à m'entraîner beaucoup. J'ai trouvé un gars. En fait, c'est une drôle d'histoire. C'est. Le gars, c'est Rich Piana, qui était un des premiers youtubeurs bodybuilder. Un seul vraiment populaire. Il y avait lui, il y avait Ziz. Il y avait possiblement Jay Cutler, il y avait possiblement Ronnie Coleman. Pas mal ça. Qu'est-ce qui est vraiment cool avec Rich? C'est qu'il faisait comme des vlogs. J'étais comme, ok, mais ça c'est intéressant, ça m'aide à m'entraîner, mais c'est aussi des vlogs. Rich, il avait une passion pour le sucré, il avait une passion pour les desserts. Beaucoup de Ben Jerry, qui était produit encore une fois. Ben Jerry, qu'est-ce qui est vraiment le fun, c'est quand je vais à l'appartement. Quand je voyais, il y avait beaucoup d'argent qui rentrait, mais beaucoup d'argent qui rentrait. Et là, j'ai pu me dire, holy shit, là, il y a de l'argent qui rentre, je peux m'acheter quelque chose que je veux. Ben Jerry, c'est la crème la plus chère alentour. C'était une pinte pour 5$, comparativement à 2 litres pour comme 4$. Là, tu dis, ok, mais c'est un peu cher, mais c'est bon. Puis eux, ils étaient américains, puis il y avait plus de sortes. Puis il y avait deux sortes qu'ils aimaient beaucoup. Lui et sa copine, Sarah. Lui, j'aimais la café, la sorte à la café, la crème à la café, au café, pardon. Puis Sarah était comme, hey, moi j'aime mieux la brioche à la cannelle. Et moi j'ai cherché, puis c'est pas trouvé. Tu veux les Oreos à la brioche à la cannelle? J'ai dit, bon, mais c'est pas pareil, mais on va quand même goûter. Puis ouais, je suis obsédé avec ça. Mais est-ce que c'est vraiment bon? Oui, je trouve que c'est bon. Est-ce que ça m'a. J'ai pas très ça pendant des années, ça a comme disparu un petit peu. Ça vaut la peine d'en acheter beaucoup, non? C'est toujours que j'ai manqué, pas vraiment. Mais, je suis en train d'avoir pouvoir les goûter devant vous. Puis sachez que je vous aime, passez une belle soirée. Ciao! Don't blink, it's your blink. Welcome to the Little Comedy Show. Hope you guys are doing well because I'm having a wonderful day on this 15th December 2024. Then we're doing a special video. As you can see, during the last couple of weeks, right? It's actually like a long ass video. So sit down, have a seat. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be something I hope you like. Sorry, we're filming the sunset. So take a seat, grab a drink, grab a snack. We're gonna be eating Pringles. Mingles. I'm gonna be drinking Bang Peach Mango. No sponsors, but who knows? Maybe one down the line. So the song about the song. The video today is about Garden. Who is Garden? Garden is an emo rap artist that really helped me out. It's weird. He's been helping me out a lot. And I did videos on Nothing Nowhere, because Nothing Nowhere was really there for me when I needed him. Joe. Then I did videos about Falling in Reverse, which were really there for me, but I never did I never did videos about garden, which deserve a video on its own. So we have to go way back. We have to go back to a young 20 years old Ink. 20 years old Ink would go to the apartment, didn't have a lot going on. Was just working. I was working for two companies and the apartment, and it was fun because it was my first, like, okay, well, guess what? We're gonna be really pushing for work, and I could take a little break. So took a little break. At the age of 22, I had the perfect life. I had it was fucking amazing, so amazing, because my life was basically we were working in this part-time job where we still have cash from the time we worked a lot. We still have we still have a good salary because yes, we're working part-time and we're working in a not a prestigious estate, but there's good tips, right? And I'm like, I had these best friends. I have this really cool crew of people, and I had this girlfriend, and she wasn't my first girlfriend. She wasn't my first fuck. Sorry to be crude. That I'm a dude. Sorry to be crude, but I'm a dude. She wasn't my first fuck, and she wasn't my first fuck, but it was the first time where I felt like I was in a relationship where we both love each other. It was my first time being in a relationship where I could see myself in the first and in the long term. So I'm going to be talking about sex. So if you're a minor, please leave. I will not be responsible for your depravity in about 34 days. See, it's gonna be nothing to do with garden. There's gonna be a long intro before we get to garden, I'm telling you. So if you don't like yapping, this is not a video for you. This is a minimum of a 20-30 minutes video. So long story short, we had this young guy named Ink Vendetta long time ago in a galaxy far away. Naboo was under an attack, but I thought me and Qui-Gon Jinn could tell the Federation in to make cutting demo a little slack. If you got the reference for that, you're a fucking legend. And Lil Ink didn't know what he wanted. Lil Ink was being told what to do. Lil Ink was not necessarily being controlled, but very much so not. I'm looking for the word that is appropriate for what we're trying to say here. Lil Ink was very much you tell me to do something, I'll do it. I won't question you how. Come from a strict background, a very strict parenthood, where if you don't do what we're saying, it's slap. So I stopped asking myself why I want to do it. I just have to do it. I'm gonna do it. So Young Ink in apartment had to find himself, and Young Ink was very frivolous. Thanks to a show called Penny versus Kenny, where my idol was Kenny Hotz, which was the guy who taught me that. It was okay to take shortcuts. It was okay to cheat a little bit, not cheat in a romantic sense of the term, but cheat in life to get what you want. Because at the end of the day, all that matters is that you survive another day. And so I had a perfect life. And where am I going with that is actually quite sad. Is before Leia, which was the girlfriend I had at 22. 22, can you do some for me? I used to have dates, but it was more so, it's a situationship. It's just fucking. There's no love. There's no real love here. With Leia, it was really I'm in love with that girl, right? And it's funny because this was my first. It wasn't my before the apartment. I never had a girlfriend, right? So this was my first girlfriend, not necessarily a fuck friend. And it's funny because I would pretend like I'm in a relationship with a girl so I could fuck, and I would just leave. So in the same month, my best friend at work committed unalive himself due to various things. But basically, he was a immigrant and he was very successful. His parents sacrificed a lot out of him. And it's funny because we had another friend called Lubiora. I'm not saying the word. I'm not saying the name right, but fuck it. It's been a while. And she was also telling me. And see, we're taking a lot of detour, but at the same time, it's part of the journey to garden, which is one of the most important, if not the most important person in my life during the last month. So Lubio Mira was always telling me, hey, she's also a romantic interest, but it never happened. She was also telling me like, hey, she's a she's an immigrant, and she was also telling me that her parents sacrificed a lot for her to go here. They work shitty jobs so she could have a future, and there's this pressure that comes with it, right? So my best friend was like, dude, my parents wants to be a doctor, and the worst thing is he was Asian, not Asian, but Asian, IT. And he would receive letter from his cousin and his uncle was saying, "Oh, you're gonna be such a good doctor." The guy didn't want to be a doctor, right? They put it, they imposed upon him, and he unalived himself. Now I became very sad. I became very rude, very crude. I became in my emotion that I never really learned how to manage. Emotion that I never really never really learned to deal with. Because most of my childhood, and I'm not playing the victim. I'm not victimizing myself, not villainizing the society, but um, all my childhood, since the age of freaking 7 years old till the age of 18, right? I was under a lot of medication, a lot of it, Concerta, Ritalin, lots of it, and it plays a role in the fact that those are kind of emotion blocker. So you're more focused on living something. You're a fucking zombie. I'll tell you the truth. Back then I wouldn't eat, I wouldn't sleep, I wouldn't feel a lot. And I remember spending entire days but I don't know what happened. I have no memories of that. I have no memories at all. Like, what the fuck happened? Right? And I'm kind of blaming the medication, but then again, that's life. So obviously with this emotion I became aggressive. Now I never hit her. I'm gonna do you guys a little bit of a Tommy Weasel, which is the disaster artist. I did not hit her. Oh, hi Mark. And I was rude to Leia. I was really rude. I was a dick to her. I started doing drugs, which wasn't cool because she was stopping. She was trying to stop doing drugs. Now she never did a hard drug, but she was smoking a lot of weed, and she was like, I feel like if she was telling me like how she felt like if she didn't smoke, she wasn't herself, which became a kind of problem. And she was trying to stop, and I was doing drugs in front of her, which wasn't very caring on my part. So she broke up with me. So in the space of a month, right? In the space of a month, I lost my best friend. I lost my baby. I lost my friend. I lost my baby. I lost my darling. I lost my friend. I lost my mind. Could feel the Jamie. A little bit of Jean Leloup because we're French Canadian. Hello. So yeah, so it was very trying for me, and exactly what happened is actually super simple. At 20 years old, I just had no at 19 years old, I had a year-long sabbatic from school and from work, and of course you need that social aspect, right? So you go on Facebook every single day, and because you go on Facebook every single day, you're kind of there for people, right? You're kind of there for people. So when I lost my best friend and when I lost my baby, I was like, yo, I was there for people. They'll be there for me, right? But nobody gave a shit. So I felt in depression, and for a long time, for at least a year, I would blame my ex for the way I was feeling because I was like, dude, I was in love with her. I didn't even blame the guy who unalived himself, even though it was a combination of the both. See, most of my friends, we're talking about Shao, we're talking about Carl, we're talking about DZ. Most of my friends are going to be very calm compared to me. So I'm the extroverted, I'm the guy that needs to talk, I'm the guy that goes out. And these people are more reserved, are more appreciative, they're more, I would say in control. And they're kind of like a nice balance that's going on, which balance bring you stability bring you a stable environment. So I lost my stable environment, and I realized that nobody was there for me. So now we're going into the core of the subject. We're going into the very, very core of the subject. I found a band. I found a band at A&W, which I was 21 years old. I found a band, Falling in Reverse, and I completely fell in love with Falling in Reverse because I relate a lot to Rami Radke. Maybe right now I wouldn't relate to him because there's a lot of negative emotion that are coming from the guy. Not that he's an asshole, right? But people fuck with him and he's fucking back. And I get that, but you're also a role model and you save a lot of people. So see, Rani Radke, one of my favorite people. Like, honestly speaking, Rani Radke is one of my role model and has been one of my role model for the last 10 years. Ronnie Radke is charismatic. He's funny. He's a bit out there. See, when I was young, when I was in high school, people were listening to rap, right? And I don't know if I was a fan of rap, but I would listen to it because of it. And for some reason, I was smitten, which is a really cool word for me. I think I deserve a pat in the back, or at least a like. Well, you decide. Who am I to ask? And I was smitten with Eminem because he was funny. He wasn't talking about drugs. He wasn't talking about bitches. He wasn't talking about money. He was just making jokes. Especially Stan or especially Slim Shady was very funny. And so with Ronnie it's funny because before this depression, because at 22 I fell into depression again due to people not being there. Again due to my best friend unalive himself. Again due to losing my baby. I did. Like I'm gonna sound like an asshole. When I say losing my baby, I'm not talking about a literal child. I'm talking about a song that most people don't know. So, go figure. I lost my girlfriend. I lost the love of my life, or the LOML. Let's be like Gen Z, or let's be like cool and hip. And Ronnie, it's funny because I discovered Ronnie Reverse and the mindset, which is super important. The mindset, which is it's one of the leading force in how you feel. I discovered Falling in Reverse when I was at a happy time. And the time that I was listening to, I would listen to songs like I'm Not a Vampire or Good Girls Gone Bad. I would listen to Fashionably Late. I would listen to The Dragging Me Is You. I would listen to Game Over, which was really good. Keep Holding On. Can't believe I made it this far. And it was those songs. So when I fell into depression, even Fuck the Rest was one of my favorite songs. When I fell into depression, I started listening to a song like Cut Like a Fly, Stay Away, School Is In, God If You're Above, The Departure, God If You Are Above, I Fear. I remember listening to God If You're Above, be in my bathtub fucking crying, right? In my bathtub crying. And I was like, holy shit. This literally changed me, dude. And I was listening to Pick Up the Phone, which was one of my favorite songs. But again, Ronnie was abandoned by his mom when he was younger, which he blames that for the fact that he's not able to have stable relationship with women, right? So he's this eternal romantic, but not able to have healthy relationship because of that. Now he's older. Now he's stronger. He's alive. He's believe me, I'm winning. I'm happy. I'm failing. Faster, faster. I am on my way. Traitor, this disaster. I can truly say. Safer than low in my heart, there will be from the start, from the rest. So just say fuck the rest, which was one of the songs. But it's also songs like for him to be really sad. It was also songs like not good enough for Truth and Cliche. Sitting in a room with my thing, sitting in a room, my dear Juliet. Finger on trigger, ching, my dear Juliet. Something I cannot forget. And it was Falling in Reverse was a leading force for me. It was a fucking leading force. And I know it's a video about Garden, but Falling in Reverse is one of the leading matter that brings me years and years and years and years and years later until I told you that's going to be a long video. You were aware, you were warned, now you're stuck with it. So the Falling in Reverse actually comes in from a very different place in my mind. So when I was a teen, when I was a young boy, my father, and I would go to the gym a lot. It was my only social aspect, but I loved it. And in the gym, there were a lot of songs, and they were catchy. We're talking about Katy Perry, E.T. We're talking about the, I finished school in what? I finished school in 2005 to 2011, okay. Oh, 2011, where? And yeah, those songs weren't songs that was catchy. Weren't songs that I disliked, but it wasn't songs that I fell in love with, narratively speaking, or even musically speaking. So I discovered there was a Screamo remix. Now the funny thing is, I can't believe I'm going to talk about this, but when in Rome, let's do this as the Roman. I had a crush on Kesha, but a huge crush, and it was beautiful because I felt like she could understand the pain. I was a sad child. I was a sad teenager. And Kesha was doing a video, and she was like me. She was a bit crazy. She was a life of the party, right? But she hid a lot of pain. and also she would do song like love song, but it was really really catchy. But I was this kid who was almost ashamed of listening to Kesha because people would know that they would call me a Essler. It was the 90s. 90s were different, bro. If you listen to a chick singing, you're a faggot, right? Nowadays, it's not the case, but back then, you would be called a Essler the whole time. So I figured out a way around the system. And the way around the system was, can I get a drum roll, please? The drum roll, I would figure out nightcore or even Pop Goes Punk. So I would listen to the same song but scream though. Scream or growl or played by metal artists like Miski Surrender, like Ice and Kill with Animals, which one of my favorite band, Ice and Kill, Ink, Vendetta, Ink, Ice, Nine Kill. Just saying this, there's possibly a related thing, possibly. Up to you to decide. And the nicest thing that happened was, you see, those were the band I would listen to, and those were the band that I truly fell in love with. But there was another band, and that other band I think is also a very leading source of why I was the way I am, and it's Hollywood Undead. We're talking about Swan Song. We're talking about American Tragedy, which was my favorite album, favorite album. And then they lost Deuce. There was a fight with Deuce, and then I stopped listening to them because not because I was a fan of Deuce, but because it was too much of a change. They did some electro music, and I was like, what the fuck am I listening to? But the reason why Hollywood Undead is so important is because Hollywood Undead was rapping rock, metal. It was a mix, right? And then I fell in love with those, with them. But they only had in my mind 2 good albums. So I was like, okay. And it was actually thanks to Carl Dubois, my best friend, right? Best friend from high school. And Carl Dubois, we went to we spent a day together. We went to gym. We went to eat. It was a really nice day. And then the truck, I remember in the car. I remember being stuck in traffic, and then he had an album, and it was Fast, Figure Than Punch, and it was the album Far From Home, and we would listen to the whole album, and it changed my fucking life. I started really listening to Fast, Figure Than Punch. Again, Fast, Figure Than Punch was possibly a band that I listened to for a year and a half. The problem with Fast, Figure Than Punch was I did nothing. I was doing nothing. I was my father was like, hey, you need to go out. You need to explore the world. Explore the world. What you fucking mean? You think I'm gonna learn about life going on a bicycle? No, but his mentality, so I respect it. So for 2 hours every day, I would listen to Fire Figure Than Punch. No, Fire Than Punch was one of my favorite bands. I love song. Talk about the Calm Down, Never Enough. Talk about the Bleeding, which was phenomenal. Far From Home, Bad Company, Fall, Wrong Side of Heaven. Forgetting one of my favorite, but I don't remember. Oh, the Pride, which I said already. This is my time to shine, Under and Over It, which was fucking phenomenal. And the problem with Funk and Five Finger Punch was that there was every single song there was a guitar solo. So the guitar solo is really really good. But once you listen to the song 5 times in a row, you learn that the solo is kind of like holy shit. And the bad thing about Five Finger Punch was they were doing 2 minutes and a half video, but about 40 seconds of that video was a single. It was a guitar solo, and like, ugh. So I kind of gave up on them. So this led me to rock and roll. This led me to System of a Down. Believe it or not, System of a Down was a band that I listened to for a long ass time. They were doing songs. System of a Down was this weird band. You remember I told you that I loved Eminem and I loved Ronnie Radke because they were funny. System of a Down was the same way, but it was annoying. System of a Down was a band that I could truly listen to, and I was like, holy shit. So it's kind of a funny story, right? I had the songs, and I was a very, very easy child. A couple of songs, and I'm happy. So of course, we're listening to Toxicity. Of course, Radio Killed Their Video. I would listen to B.I.O.B. I would listen to Chop Suey. I would listen to Mesmerize, Spider, Ariel, Dear Dance, Sad Statue, Foil, Shimmer, Cigaro, Banacota Pie, Prison Song, which was phenomenal. The problem with YEIOU, Atwa, which was great. The problem with System of a Down was they were very political, and I was like, holy shit, I'm actually learning about life. I'm actually learning about society. The problem with them was they would do like funny song and like, okay, well, they're not serious here. They're completely insane, right? And then you realize that you're like, holy shit, am I is this serious subject that they're talking about serious, or they kind of lost credibility in my eyes as a rock band. So I kind of move along, and System of a Down ultimately led me to listen to Screamo, which ultimately led me to listen to Falling in Reverse. Now, Falling in Reverse was this great band because it wasn't necessarily metal. Falling in Reverse was picture perfect my style of music, was a very clean, clear verse. So they're the first verse or second verse, and the chorus was a bit screamed. So I kind of like that. Falling Reverse, the problem with Falling Reverse was I listened to it pre-depression, and the Falling Reverse, when I fell into depression, I was like, okay, this is a band for me, right? It helped me a lot. But then I found out that most of the songs were blaming, I thought that the person like love a love interest, like his mom or his girlfriend, right? Even one of my favorite songs, which is Bad Girl Club. I met a girl and I really thought she liked me. I truly thought that I had met the one. It was a fail to no avail. I'm just another victim of the Bad Girls Club. She's like a witch cause her spell hypnotized me. She made me drink a potion just to fall in love. It was a drug, crazy of her love. I'm just another victim of the Bad Girls Club. She's always hitting on my phone. I really wish that she'd leave me alone. I had to change my number, hard for me to slumber, but she's outside my door. She called the cop and made it seem like I was mean. Not your average she's not your average lady. She's fucking crazy. Spelled C-U-N-T. And after all, the rise and fall. I'm calling it quits. I'm calling it quits right now. This time we're playing games and all we do is fight. Is on and on, yada yada yada, upset free. All the bad girl come sing with me. The love, the drug, falling off her love. She's not a victim of the Bad Girls Club. But if I'm singing this, I'd rather sing one of my favorite verses from Falling Reverse. It usually comes from the song Fashionably Late. I got nothing to do with how you love. She's another excuse to ride a hook. I'm letting you know. She liked my post up on my Facebook. And after all, you're not my type, but all your friends are pretty. You know, I understand why you're mad. Don't talk that crap when you call me back. As a matter of fact, don't act like that. Everybody knows you're right. Everybody knows sing along. 9 o'clock on the dot, and o'clock, and I'm hanging with your friends again. If you can tell me the name of the song, I'll be very proud of you. I'll give you a hug. I'll tell you that you're a good girl or a good guy. More for a good girl, because if I tell you a good guy, it's kind of weird. Anywho, so Falling Reverse played a part, but when I was in depression, it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. So I started listening to a band like Amelia Affliction. Amelia Affliction, which was screaming and was sad, and I would cry. I would cry my heart out. I remember listening to a song like The Ocean Take Me. I remember listening to a song like Pittsburgh. It was phenomenal. Bonina on the Open Letter, Jack the Lake, which was crazy good. FML, Find the Lights, Encore. The truth is I'm fucked up, 'cause the truth is I'm fucked like you. Amelia Affliction, ladies and gentlemen. But Amelia Affliction had this other problem. I was fucking crying. And I didn't want to cry, so I was like, holy shit, I cannot listen to that band, they're too sad. So I started looking for alternatives, right? And then something magical happened. I found Motionless, ladies and gentlemen, Motionless in White. Motionless in White, one of the most, if not the most influential song. So what is kind of cool is you're seeing evolution. You're saying, okay, you're seeing Five Finger Punch, which is rock, classic rock, more so old style of rock. Then you're seeing System of a Down, which is very political, but rock also. You're seeing an evolution with Falling Reverse, which had amazing instrumental. You're seeing an evolution to Amelia Affliction, which was mostly instrumental. And you're seeing another one where Motion in White, which had it was more narrative than anything. And the thing with Motion in White was the song I discovered, they fucking changed my soul. My first song with Motion in White was freaking The Devil Knights, Fearless Record, which is also the one that produced a lot of the Amelia Affliction song. We had Break the Cycle, Forsaken, I walk the world alone. No sanctuary, no place for me to call my own. But it's time to break the cycle. Also, Put Me Down with My Faith since 2006. For so long is all I know. The process beyond the ones I told for so long. No one was listening. I take my time. for this to run. And I was working at Truck Tube, which was a place where you load up trucks and more. The thing with Truck Tube is it was amazing. You see, Finally the Punch was amazing because I would listen to the song for hours. Motion and White was a band I discovered, and it's really sad because I'm gonna be dissing Falling Reverse, but I really prefer Motion and White because I feel like I've listened to Falling Reverse for so long that I was kind of getting not annoyed with it, but kind of used to it. And with Motion and White, it was a new band, but I didn't like the way it made me feel. If it's dead, we'll call it Abigail. America, Immaculate Misconception. I didn't like. I was in the metro, and I sort of got okay. So this is the heighten of a depression. This is the heighten of a mental state. See, the music, the work was a way for me to escape. It was a way for me to literally go out and have fun, and I would forget all my problems. All of my fucking problems were forgotten. Motion White. See, Falling in Reverse, I would still be sad, but I would be okay. I would listen to music and I would vibe out. I would go. Falling in Reverse, it was weird. I was in depression, but I remember when I think to Falling in Reverse, I would be the most social I've been. I would go to parties. I would go to job interviews. I would go to jobs. I would go to my father's house. I was extremely social. So, Falling in Reverse, the mixture between the sad song and the mixture between the good song and the happy song, kind of made me kind of forget about this. Motion White was, actively speaking, and I give you my word, was the emotion captor that were the biggest, right? The biggest. And of course, I had the past of listening to Linkin Park, 3 Day Grace, so that was really good. And it's fun because 3 Day Grace, you think about Linkin Park was a band I liked because it was popular. 3 Day Grace was a band I liked because I just like Adam Gauthier and his voice. And Motion White, the way it made me feel is I was very more emotion, very it's hard for me to talk about because these are not good memories. It's hard for me to talk about because these aren't like holy shit. I can't really like get that. I can't believe I felt that. It's bad memories. It's not good. So Motion White, I remember being in the metro. And so I remember feeling invincible. I would listen to songs like Break the Cycle, and I would look around me. And I would talk about how I'm better than everybody else. I felt this rage. I felt this absolute rage. And it wasn't a rage that was led by lyrics. You see, Motion White was about the most of their song was about how I'm different, and because I'm different, I have to conform. And I'm like, fuck you, I'm not gonna conform. I'm gonna be myself. And it was about self-acceptance, which is something that I never had as a kid. So it was something new for me. But this self-acceptance came in the form of rage. I would be very angry, not angry at the world. I would still be nice with people, but I felt very angry. When I was alone, I felt powerful. I felt strong. I would go in the metro once again and say, yo, I'm me. Just acknowledge me. Just I'm fucking here. You're gonna be aware of me. You're gonna know me. You're gonna learn to know me or fuck you. You know, which was not a good mentality. Now am I blaming Motionless and White? No, I'm blaming the emotion that were repressed, that were enabled by listening to a song that knew exactly what I was talking about. So Motionless and White made me very I had my emotion in a way that I didn't like. And the funniest thing was, I was working again at Structure, and I was 2 weeks in on learning to discover them, and they took out Graveyard Shift, my favorite song, Hourglass that I have tattooed here, Hourglass, Soft, Queen for Queens, Necessary Evil, Eternally Yours. Those were bands, those were songs I fucking loved, and I was like, holy shit, this is so good. But then I spent like a fucking half a year, a minimum, getting angry, and I was like, this is not something I like, right? So I went back home, and it's funny because I got fired from that job. So it's complicated. So there's nothing that has anything to do with the video, but it's just a specification, it's just a precision. I was looking at a job, and I loved the job, and I was one of the nicest guy to the boss, because okay, one of the nicest guys to the boss because I treat him like everybody else was treated like a boss. Everybody was lying to him. He was very soft. The boss was very soft, and you would hide in the truck and he would say shit, right? The reason why I was nice to him is because when you actually ask him, I was an agency employee making minimum salary. He was an agency worker making the minimum salary. he was making the minimum salary, yet he had all of those headaches, all of that stress of being in charge, which wasn't fair, and I felt bad for him. So of course I was nicer to him. And then Christmas came, and Christmas was amazing because Christmas was in the winter time when we received one truck. So when I started in the summer, we were 10 people. When in the winter, we were one person. We were 2 people. Sorry, me and another guy, which Isaac was a fucking good dude too. But I wasn't the greatest worker. Isaac was amazing. It was really good. And it's weird because if I was the boss, I don't think I would have kept me, but he kept me. So and then we had this. This was another part of my depression. It's complicated, but we're all coming full circle. The video is halfway done, promise. So what happened was, it's actually, I can't believe I'm going to tell this story, but after the winter came, there was a lot of new employees, and then he kind of considered me. There wasn't any position. There wasn't any. There wasn't any position. There wasn't any title. But I was kind of his assistant manager, right? He would tell me, "Look, you guys are not working. Go warn them." And I didn't want to do that because I didn't want to have a authority position. I was like, dude, I'm not mature. I'm not mature enough to handle people. I'm barely mature enough to handle myself. How am I supposed to handle people? He was like, and then there was a conversation how he regrets being nice to me because he thought he could trust me with being a boss. Maybe he saw leadership in me. Maybe he did. Maybe he did it because he saw potential. Maybe he just did it because it was easier. And I felt bad about him saying that. He regret being nice to me. But that's something my father told me a lot. My father often, him being nice to me, him spending time with me was a privilege. And if I would do something bad, he would say, "Oh, I regret doing that. He didn't deserve it." Which was rude, but I felt bad. So I kind of pushed myself to be authoritative, and I couldn't handle it. So I fell into depression. Now, this depression was a bit special. This was my second depression, but technically my first one. So you see, the first depression, the biggest one that I had when I was 22 years old. Now, we're going all the way to 24 years old, right? 2 years. And again, I kept pushing the depression on the side. And I wouldn't acknowledge, I wouldn't allow myself to be depressed. Because I was a man, and I had to be strong, and I couldn't show emotion. And at 24 years old, it wasn't a new depression, it was the old depression that wasn't ill. So the first thing I did when I went home is I started listening to music, because again, it's a music video, right? Motion White wasn't doing it. Following Your Verse wasn't doing it because it wasn't, it was, to me, Following Your Verse is possibly better than, it's complicated because Motion Whites are, in my mind, they're extremely talented. Following Your Verse are possibly better because they have a wider range, but when you focus on metal, you focus on Motion and White. When you think about music, I think Following Your Verse is much better, but for metal, I think Motion and White is better. They even came with an album called Disguise, which was a masterpiece in my mind. Funny because one of their songs was Masterpiece. My mistake. We have 5%, so I'm gonna have to charge the phone. Okay, that's good. No problem. Give me a sec, I'll be right back. I'm not gonna press pause, just enjoy the nature corn. Nature corn is the way we do. Nature corn is the way for you. Nature corn is the way I do. Nature corn, anywhere but you. And I was fucking depressed, right? And it's kind of really funny because I would listen to a lot of sad songs. I don't remember the sad song I would listen to that led me to everything, but at that time I discovered one of my favorite, if not my favorite, YouTube channel. And the YouTube channel was Mr. Satchel. So Mr. Satchel would go in and check out for the emo rap. I don't remember. I wish I knew which was the first one. I don't remember who it was. Fuck it. Fuck. I think it was Nine Tail with What the Fuck I'm Time For, but I'm not sure. And I would listen to it in a row a lot. And I look at the channel that was creating the video. And the channel was Mr. Satchel. Satchel would spend his day, would upload a new video every single day, taking a song from sad emo rap, right, going all the fucking way, every single day to one of my favorite bands, which was Nothing Nowhere, but we're not here yet. We got Nothing Nowhere and got Garden, and that's it. So we're pretty close to the end, actually. Mr. Satchel was releasing every single day a video, and I found out bands like Ninetales, I found out bands like Garden, I found out tales like Little Wolf. This is how I found out about Lil Peep, Mr. Satchel. That's what I got. Oh, that's the one. Oh my fuck. Oh my fuck. That's a song. That's a song. Lil Peep. Yes. Because Isaac at work, Isaac, the one I stayed with the winter with, the only other employees, was listening to Lil Peep. And he made me discover awful things. Awful things, baby. Awful. I don't know the lyrics. This one also is at 5%. Shit. Okay, I have to hurry up. Okay, so long story short, I go in with Nothing Nowhere. I go in and find Nothing Nowhere, and Nothing Nowhere changed my mind. Nothing Nowhere is the rap that I love, which was Mac Miller. But the emotion of a metal band, he was singing a song, and I felt so much because he was talking about unliving, he was talking about inner pain, he was talking about the unavailability of people to listen to him. It was a lot of his music was based. Okay, I'm gonna kind of do it. Music. If I build my own wooden home to rest my felt frame, can still see my shadow fall into my vein. I can only take so much from my fucked up brain. The build that I've been making is just accentuate the pain. If I build my own wooden home to rest my felt frame. After all this is sin, there's only one thing. Tomorrow. To be what I want to be what's on my mind, be a better day, I can learn a social life that I want. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna close the video, and we're gonna go in and take a shower. My fucked up brain, and the pill that I've been taking, just accentuate the pain. I build my own wooden home to rest my felt frame. Oof. But I won't. Well, maybe one day. To be what I want to be what's on my mind. Be a better man, fucking learn to socialize, but I won't. Well, maybe one day. Oh, my fucked up brain and the pills that I've been taking just accentuate the pain. So I build my own wooden home to rest my felt frame. After all this there's only one chance on tomorrow. Be what's on my mind. Be a better man. Fucking learn to socialize. But I won't. Because maybe one day. My fucked up brain. Chips. Okay. Let's make sure that we can handle going in the shower, in the bath, because they take a bath, right? For at least 30 minutes. Good. Oh yeah. Lascar. C'est Lascar. Good. Be a better man. Sorry, guys, we were out and about. So what we're gonna do is this, right? And we'll do. Oh, so you see, it wasn't that long ago. Okay, perfect. We're back. Sorry about this, guys. And what I'll do is I'll close this. All right. Okay. Now what I'll do is record. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Retry. Okay, that's perfect. Good. To be what I wanna be. To see what's on my mind. Be a better man. I can learn to socialize. But I won't. Maybe one day. Ooh. But still a little bit of the lacking side. Ooh, that's good, dude. No, let me down. Let me down. Okay. I was working 90, so there's nothing to do. Sure. kid, nothing made me happier than going to McDonald's. Get you the kids again. Fuck. But know this. When I go to the McDonald's, the last thing I think is about, oh, what other political belief do I associate with it? I couldn't care less. Okay, it's a fucking Big Mac. Get over yourself, right? Get over yourself. Cancel me for eating food. Cancel me for eating food. Right? Cancel me for eating a live animal.